Hot or Not is not a Kirk Minahan wrap up show, but it was like a show on a network about wrap up. It was only about Hot or Not.
I feel like whenever, Menners just hates Hot or Not with a burning passion. Jon loves it, so it's like an immovable object meets an unstoppable force whenever they get together. And just Hot or Not is running the network right now. Whether or not you'd like to admit it, Hot or Not is hot. It's hot.
Smart went crazy, truth went trendy. The story got lazy, so I rewrote the ending. Manipulated the entry, more user friendly. Now a city full of pain pills and tattoos defend me. I waver from the dead to the half dead. Gray space, twin fan base in the crackhead. Sunset, sailboat, set course for hell. A cross and a hammer, but you'll have to get some nails. Take credit for anything.
So glad we finally figured it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, hottest show on the network is live and activated.
Why do you say activated? I hate that. I hate that so much.
That's my thing.
It is, I guess.
Yeah. That's another song. I agree. That is a banging song.
It is.
I'm just glad we finally figured out the intro. It was way too many
I had to change it
iterations.
because I guess I spelled something wrong last time.
What'd you spell wrong? What is there to
I
spell?
spelled of wrong. I put hot of not.
Oh yeah, that was
Dummy.
silly.
Just silly. Hold on, I forgot my lighter.
Silly gooses. Silly gooses. Hi, Bri.
Hi, babe. Was your nose bleeding? What the fuck's wrong with you?
It was in my back pocket.
Is your nose bleeding, Tommy? Other
No,
side.
I was blowing it hard earlier.
Why were you blowing it so hard that it's now cresting?
Allergy season.
Oh.
Tom, listen, if John from Scranton can come out of allergy season without any blood on his nose, I think there's hope for the rest of us.
Thank you.
But I can't come out of a good session with cocaine without blood on my nose. I will say that.
There you
Welcome
go.
back, everybody. To I think, like I said, the only show on the network. Feels good. Feels good to just reign supreme.
Yeah, it'll be now that Kirk's back. He said he wasn't listening to the network for a while, which I don't know if I believe. But let's make a good impression tonight. Maybe he's listening. Maybe he's listening.
Maybe.
You know.
We have a
actually start the show with some positive reinforcement this week.
Oh, what?
The person with the nose ring. I would like you to play them. I think this is an inspirational message that we can all run with for the rest of the week, and I think it works for all of us.
I got you.
Thank you.
I love this. Okay.
Fuck you, Red. I know
chance
ball.
for you. There's still tomorrow. Don't give up. Not yet. Be hopeful. Be happy. There's still tomorrow. Don't give up. Never give up. No, no, no. I won't give up. No, no, no. Let me love you. Let me love you. I won't give up. No, no, no. Never give up. No, no, no. Let me love you. I love you.
Wow. Wow.
Well, yeah, you know what? Everybody's going through it this week. Justin got broken up with.
Yeah.
I had a disaster. This is going to be a Bri episode, so I wanted to come in positive. Okay.
Is this what you had a disaster with?
No, all right. I like those. I like these shoes quite much. Like, I don't know why people were coming at me for these today.
I could tell you a few things. One, my dad wears shoes like that. Two, my dad's 74.
So, I bet you Jake wears shoes like that.
My dad's looking for comfort. What do you want me to say?
You don't
He's
have
looking for comfort for his corns and lack of toes.
They're from China. They're like $25. They're good.
I once got shoes from China, and they're the best. They're so comfy. They feel like I'm floating on a cloud. That being said, I don't know if this is a good look, Tom.
Well, I'm pale, so that doesn't help.
Maybe that. And people said
It
you
looks like you're
leg
taking
day.
a shit, and this was your view.
Are you taking a shit?
No, I'm sitting in my studio at PRO.
Okay. These are shoes that you wear with long pants.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Tommy,
might
your ankles shouldn't look like that. Don't you know that?
My ankles look fine, I think. I thought my ankles look good. I've got nice legs. All you fucking people that are coming at my legs this week, get off my...
Hello?
You're kind of cutting in and out. Talk to
me.
me. Let me hear you, Bri.
Come and talk to me.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Just leave and come
I thought
back.
that was me. I'm so glad it's not me. It's Tommy, right?
No, it's you, Bri, I think.
You're like, honey.
I think she's on delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave and come back. I did want to I have some questions for you guys. I also, if we want, I found a cool quiz we could take. So we have a lot to talk about. What else is going on? Tommy, how are you?
I've had quite a interesting week. I actually do. I did have a story for you guys today. I do want Bri to chime in on this. I've had another grinder disaster. So,
oh dear. Well,
yeah.
We'll go over that when she gets back because I even made an intro for it. I made an intro for it. So
for my grinder stories, nice.
I did, and it's not this. Thankfully.
I think Pat Ford's hiding something from us because he happens to do this quite often.
His extreme talent? Yes, I think he is hiding his extreme talents from us.
Oh, I was going to say might be closeted homosexual, but
whoa, what? No, I don't think so. He's a happily married man, which a lot of those are gay. A lot of
them. You would be surprised. Like in what I've encountered over the last 2 weeks from getting back on Grindr is that there's a lot of male-female couples that prefer having another homosexual gentleman enjoying them on their
double threesome.
Yeah, is that what it is? So that's what I thought. That was I thought he was calling that a train.
Or that anything that has 2 guys and just 1 girl. That more guys than a girl is considered a train.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy I could clear that up. I didn't know people didn't know that. But the devil's threesome is a better name for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's get into Tommy's Gay Adventures.
I like how you put the picture of Kevin Nash in the intro.
Like that.
It's a great picture of me. It's one of my favorite pictures ever. I look really good.
You look great in it. You look great. It sucks Kevin Nash is next to you, making you look like a pipsqueak, but he's a monster.
I do look like a twink in that picture. I've realized that.
I mean,
but
Kevin Nash makes everyone look like a twink, though.
That's also true too.
You know.
When you
tell us how is the life?
So we had a little 4 a.m. adventure Saturday into Sunday.
And this isn't a Twitter space.
Excuse me?
A different type of adventure, not a Twitter spaces. Not a
Twitter spaces, but those things are more toxic than cocaine, heroin, meth, all of that. Allergies. So, little lubed up on the weekend. And I'm on the app. And I invite this guy over. Okay, he's cute, whatever. Pulls up to the apartment. He comes out with a full backpack. Now, in these situations, usually it's just somebody that comes in with themselves. They bring their person. This person came in with their backpack. When they got inside, I was like, oh, hey, how are you? Good to see you. What's the backpack for? He goes, I'm homeless.
Oh.
So right then and there, I just said, you know what? This is probably not going to work. And then I sent him on his way.
Really? You kicked him out right there?
I kicked him out right there. I'm like,
the second time you kick someone out after a few minutes?
Within a week.
Maybe the apps aren't your thing.
It's not working out well. It's as toxic as it's ever been. So so he comes in. He gets out of the Uber, right? He's waiting in the Uber for me to get down there, which I guess is, somewhat normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I get down there and then he gets out of the Uber and he's coming in with this huge backpack. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I'm homeless.
That's kind of crazy that he would bring all his stuff with him.
Did I not tell you last week that you shouldn't be having strangers in your house that you meet online?
You did say that. That's fair.
Yeah.
You did.
But I mean, this is, it's a hookup app. You're not there to go on dates.
Just because someone invents an app doesn't mean that you should use it.
Fair.
Sure, but if you want to go on dates, you go on Hinge. If you're looking for a quick hookup, Grindr.
Okay.
What it is.
I have a question. What's Raya?
I don't know what
I was on Raya.
What is that?
Tommy wouldn't know what Raya is. It's like a dating app for cool people. You have to be invited.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you been on Raya?
I was in New York, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a big New York thing. I heard it on White Lotus and I was very intrigued. I didn't know.
Yeah. You can be denied, and you can be invited, and yeah, it was cool. I met a lot of rich dudes on it. Obviously, everyone there's loaded, but a lot of insecure people on Raya, and a lot of insecure people on apps in general.
Yeah.
There's not been a dating app that made me feel like a loved and worthy person who is safe from HPV.
Who's safe from HPV? That's fair too. Where would you say is the safest place to find somewhere you will be loved?
Yeah, because you can't just do it in a bar.
Yeah, you can.
I think you can.
Yeah, but it's just as dangerous.
I think through friends.
No, it's not.
I think meeting people through friends is the best way.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I met Carm. That's how I met my girlfriend before Carm. I think it's the safest way. It's not, and then like something about apps. It's just like, I don't know. If they're on the app, that means the one you date them, they're probably going to be on the app too. I always have that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
So if they're on the app, like you found someone on the app, even if you start dating them, I feel like they'll always be the person that's going to go back onto the app.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's your default. It's your little safety cushion because you know.
Did you meet Terrence on the apps?
No, I met Terrence. I met on Instagram because I saw him dancing with a mutual friend that we have. And I just, did the, like a bunch
Didn't your mom say she had a friend for you to meet? Maybe you should meet that person. And maybe you won't be their lover, but they probably have other gay friends. And you can just meet all the gay. You guys are like a fucking chamba line. What's it called? Conga line?
Conga line.
Yeah, just meet one, you'll meet 10 more.
Yeah, but like, so let's step back.
A homeless person came to your apartment with their belongings. That's a red flag, and that's a warning, because the first homeless person that comes to your apartment that you leave with your fucking head attached to your neck, that's just a little message, a whisper from God. The second person that comes in that's homeless to your apartment, God's going to be like, I can't help you. You get one free pass on that.
Yeah, this one's on you.
I've been on the apps for 9 years now. That would be my first person that threw the homeless thing at me.
Yeah, but last week you were like determined to have as many people as possible in your home between last week's show and this week's show. Like you went hard last week because you wanted content, not because you wanted.
Well, no, I would like also, some type of connection. It's not just content.
You didn't want a connection. If you want a connection,
yeah, you want a raw, unprotected gay sex. Do you think that Hot or Not would be better at getting you man pussy or no?
Excuse me?
Do you think Hot or Not would be better at getting you man pussy or no? I
think it's irrelevant,
Okay, that's fair. That's fine.
I think it's
hurtful, but fine.
No. I don't think it hurts me or it helps me in either way. I think it's just, I'm definitely more vulnerable and I speak more here, but
yeah. Okay.
I play it off, but I'm looking. There's a level of connection here. I'm sharing because I don't do therapy. I don't believe in therapy. So this is my way of like kind of talking through what I've gone through.
Seems like some of the things you believe in, having strangers at your house, things you don't believe in, therapy. Maybe you should rethink everything you know.
Rebalance or reconfiguration.
It comes with the territory. I mean, this is what you sign up for when you come with me. As for my mom, I want to meet somebody that I meet on my own. I wouldn't want to meet somebody that has a connection to my mom, my sister, my brothers.
Really?
Yeah, that wouldn't. I don't like that. I'd rather meet somebody on my own. The problem is, I think I'm just in the wrong area. I got to go back to New York, I think, at some point.
Okay. But I mean, Boston has to have just as thriving of a gay community as.
Yeah, but it's like I'm in Providence. I don't feel like driving 40 miles just for, a quick hookup, right? And I know what this area has to offer me. So it's like
people are calling you the king of the South Shore. Is that true?
I could be. That'd be fun. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
I like Space is king. I will say the spaces have ruined my life.
Yeah. I try to stay like arm's length away from spaces. I don't talk in them. I like to listen, but I don't go into all of them. These people, man, there's a lot to talk about.
Crazy.
Crazy.
If anything ever happens where any of the people in spaces commits a crime, like basically their digital footprint is all the proof any jury would need that these people are fucking masochists,
Yeah.
like nutsos.
I actually fell asleep last night. My mic was still on, and I was in. I was in Trent Spaces, and I was woken up to Eminem's voice.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's when you know, okay, maybe this is.
You had one before the show. How did that go?
It went good. We did 3.5 hours. You know,
My God.
Oh my God, is right. You have boundary problems with people on Grindr, people on Spaces. I feel like your
Maybe
phone should
rebuild our
die.
walls.
Yeah, and someone should take away your Wi-Fi password for a bit.
you know, I think it's better because I am less prone to go onto the Spaces after the show, which is what I did last week.
What's
Oh.
that?
I'm less prone to go on the Spaces after the show, which is what I did last week, which was a mistake.
Why are you less prone now?
Because I'd be tuckered out, as they say.
Mm.
I'd be a little tuckered out.
Yeah, so Menners brought this up that you didn't go to work the day after a Spaces. Is it affecting your career?
I slept in. Well, the problem is I didn't plug my phone in, and Valicenti calls
That's
me.
a Coleman. That's a Coleman issue.
I know that was a Coleman problem. So first time it's ever happened in 8 years. So no, it's not a problem.
Okay.
My biggest fear is actually oversleeping. So that's why I started the 2 a.m. workout thing.
Mhm.
Your
but-
biggest fear in life? Are you more afraid of oversleeping or more
Well,
afraid of a
it's
homeless
my
person
job.
in your apartment that you meet on Grindr?
Oversleeping. I can handle the homeless. I have a knife, so I can,
Slice and dice.
slice and dice.
I'm sure the homeless guy doesn't have a weapon.
That might be
No.
true too.
Right,
But-
John?
You know, I'm just saying. Oh dear. I'm trying to get this clip that you said you wanted to talk about from Meeting of the Minds,
Oh, okay.
but I can't find it.
Who that I said or Bree said?
No, me.
Oh, okay.
I keep saving it and I don't know where it goes. I hate iPhones so much. Anyways, here, I'll play this. Good in it.
30 seconds.
Cause of their servitude, sharing in the profession with those who have not come before you. Similar times of trying medical need, wars and flus past. You will see darkness, you will be pushed, and our society needs you to stand together at this time. Our country loves you. To our doctors and our nurses, I wear these latex
The gentlelady's
gloves
time
to
has
tell
expired.
every American
The
to
gentleman
not
from Maryland is
be
reserves. The gentleman from Texas is recognized. The gentleman.
Wow.
Are we gonna die?
We could.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
hope so.
hopefully.
I'm
We
tired.
could. Yeah.
It's
That was scary.
it's exhausting at this point. Trump's exhausting me. The Democrats exhaust me. I hate these people. I just fucking hate these people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if push comes to shove, I'd rather, see Trump in office than these psychopaths. But
Mhm.
yeah, I just
You
think,
think he breeds them though?
yeah, he does breed them for sure.
Do you think
But
that's
it's a lot
good?
of, what I've noticed, through 2 Trump terms now, there is just a lot of performative art with this.
Yeah.
But nowadays, less diversity with a lot of these protests. It's just a lot of old white people.
That's also true. There was a protest down in downtown Scranton the other day. It was just one little old white lady that had a sign that said "Save Social Security," and I was like, "Yes, go get it, lady." But yeah, this is the video.
He's calling Bri a bitch the other night. That probably wasn't your best move.
No,
Well, Bree is a bitch.
Oh,
fair.
Let's go.
That's fair. It's fair. She could be. She could be sometimes, but you don't say that. You don't say that.
Why
You
not?
use it at the right times. You don't start the
Why not?
conversation with,
Why not?
"Bitch, why don't you go get?" So what do we have to talk about? Jake or me?
no, I would say Jake would be the problem there, right?
Oh,
Why are we platforming this person? The next thing you know is going to be doxing me, showing up at my house, and it's not going to be funny.
I wouldn't doubt that. He's tried to
me
do that
either,
before in the
so-
past. I think he's under. I think he's under a good
House arrest?
maybe that too.
I don't think it's. I really just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. He's clearly mentally ill. Why do you guys give him a public? Why do you give him?
It's not
I
you
don't get it.
guys. This is not you guys. It's the farm system.
No, that's me. I would say it's me. I do because he's not always like that, and I like to yell at him for things like that.
Why do you? It's like Special Olympics, though. What's the point of yelling at him?
He's a bitch.
Weirdo.
Yeah,
on my faces.
Jake has, I think, replaced Kane as the craziest person within the world.
Jake's crazier than Kane for sure.
Yeah,
The boy's
Well,
got a
there's,
good
like,
heart on him, and
crazy-
he's nothing like that he's nothing like that in person. But he could
You've
go
seen
crazy.
him in person? What does he
I've seen
smell
him
like?
twice. Nice.
Smells like dust, I bet. Smells like
Like
fucking
what?
dust, like dust
Vaseline.
and BO.
I would
There's
say
no
it's
way
mustard,
he takes.
yeah.
There's no way he has a personal hygiene routine. Not a chance.
You don't think?
No.
He does wake up, spaces, go to sleep. Wake up, spaces, go to sleep.
I should probably stop talking about him before he fucking shows up standing behind me and fucking whatever.
You think he's
Were
really
you
capable of
fighting
that?
with him again today? Because I saw Tommy was going at Tommy and Jake were fighting today.
I got bored on Friday, and I was walking to the store on Friday, and I just started screaming like a maniac in the middle of Providence, just yelling at him, and I
That
thought
hit
that was
Jake.
fun.
It's
Does that
good to
make me the
release
crazy
those
person?
people.
Probably.
You were walking around doing spaces in Providence in public?
I had to go out on Friday night, so
Okay.
you know what I did. I joined the spaces for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
right.
So you had an interesting week, Bri.
It
Yes,
just
tell her.
keeps getting worse. Yeah. So I am staying at my grandmother's right now. I was supposed to be at my best friend's house. I was there for about a week. We've been friends for 15 years. He's gay. And after 4 cocktails, he asked me on Friday night who I voted for, knowing damn well who I voted for based on like literally all my content, my job, all these things I did. He kicked me out of his house.
This is a problem. This is
Yeah.
what I don't like.
That's
I
his
see a
career,
lot
man.
of
That's,
this.
that's on
social
him. That's
media.
not on you.
I know, but flights home to fix my flight were like $400. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I don't want to just leave my hometown for some shit like this. Like, I still want to stay. I have other plans. Like, I don't like, I left Florida for 2 weeks because my stepdaughter's graduating college and her mom really doesn't like me. And I just wanted everyone to have like a peaceful time without me. So I like came home to like chill. And obviously that's like a hard thing in itself to deal with like mixed families. And then to have my friend be like, you can't stay here. You voted for who you voted for. Get the fuck out. I'm just like, bro, can I just like, it was just been too much. Now I'm at my grandmother's and like I can't wash my hair while I'm here because she thinks I'm gonna clog her drains. My hair looks like
You do have. That's why I call it. That's why you're in my phone as Brillo, because your hair. I just want to say that.
I'm very healthy and I'm fine. Like it's gonna be okay, but it's just been like a rough few weeks in general. And then I feel like it's really peaked the last few days.
So what did you do that night that it kicked you out? Where did you go?
So I called my dad and I was in, it's like almost 11 o'clock at night, call my dad, work in a nice restaurant. And I go, Dad, my friend just asked me who I voted for. And my dad goes, and he kicked you out, didn't he? And I was like, yeah. And my parents don't have a house in Rochester anymore. My parents are divorced, but they both live south now. So my dad's like, stay with my friend. So my dad like calls his friend. I take an Uber there and I stay at his friend's house, which I didn't like doing. His friend's creepy. Like he wasn't creepy this weekend, but like when I was like in high school, his friend was like such a weirdo. So it was like it just fucking sucked. And then the next day, my dad's friend like took me to Brian's house to get my things. Brian wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't look at me. And I'm just like, for what, dude? Like we've been friends for so fucking long. And so my friend Brian works in labor and delivery. And he feels like he's a woman. He feels like he has like he feels very entitled to all these women's rights conversations. And I do appreciate his passion, but also like that's really we talked about who I voted for, and I talked about how I didn't want to be baited into feeling like I was either racist or not a woman for if I didn't vote for Kamala. And I thought it was disgusting how many abortion conversations people have to hear during election season. It's fucking gross to me.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm very moderate in my abortion views. I'm not extreme either way, but I think the libtards really go too far. They use it as birth control. And I think it's like fertility is really sacred. And we lost a lot of sacredness in this country the last few generations. So yeah, we just fucking got into it. And now I'm here.
Well, that's
Can I
not
just
on you.
say,
That's
since you
more.
started this and the Minute fans are finding out who you voted for, you've been offered about 4 or 5 spots in text messages. So if you need a place to stay, about 7 people I said you could stay there.
None of them live in Rochester.
Someone say, I'm sure there's some out there. Huge Hot or Not fans, but yeah.
So all right, so when we were talking, the goal was to get to New York. We want to cover the Diddy trial. We'll do it freelance for somebody. Those plans have changed. We've now how long? When is the graduation?
In a few days.
Okay.
I'll be
so
back.
this weekend?
I'll be back during graduation, but I talked to his daughter the other day and we're gonna all be okay.
Okay, that's good. I
But
mean,
I
listen,
don't
I think it's good on you for giving space. Like, you don't want to cause a problem. So I think that's, I think you should keep that in mind.
Is that why you didn't want to be there for it? I know you did mention this, but yeah.
Yeah, I know
fair.
how her mom is, and her mom is like, if I breathe the wrong way, it's like, oh my God, Brianna's ruining your father's mind. And like, you've been divorced for 13 years. Yeah, I didn't break you up. Like, calm down. Just because I'm under 200 pounds and I don't hate myself doesn't mean you need to fucking come for me. Like, fuck off. Sorry. And hopefully no one's listening. And I get really angry about it. But I don't think I'm going to cover Diddy anymore. I just feel like the energy has shifted in my life, and I don't know if I want to be in the same courtroom as that. I don't know, guys.
Well,
I also what?
You also have a big problem with just like doing news coverage in general, right?
No.
I was gonna, but if like I feel like you have to be in like the best state of mind to cover this shit.
Yeah.
You have to feel comfortable where you're staying. Like I even said all the way down to the fact of who your co-host was gonna be. Like this stuff is like fucking real deal kind of stuff. Especially if you're in the fucking courtroom, you have to listen to that stuff. That's brutal.
Yeah, I've covered like 5 or 6 rape cases in my life, and every time, like, sure, my following goes up or I get opportunities, but at the end of the day, I need a month to recover and like literally like puke, because it's like I said the other day, I go, it's, when you go to church and you can feel God,
yeah,
it's like the opposite when you go to a court case. It's like whatever the opposite of the feeling of God is. Like, it's like you just feel like some devil shit, and it's like not worth. Like my partner, she hasn't been to a court trial, but she has 300,000 followers and she wants to go. She thinks we could make a lot of money and really jump off. And I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it to me. And like,
where's she staying?
She lives in LA. So we can just find an Airbnb. It's not about like, we can't find a place to stay. It's like, do we want to be in the same room as these victims? And these Diddy victims seem like next level fucking abused. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this case is going to be, and I think they're actually going to show the most of this case to people, but I think this one's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I think so too. And this is the first Black Me Too since R. Kelly, and the media always goes harder on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think like they're not going to hide any details about this case. I think it's literally like a scapegoat case for this whole thing. But
totally.
Yeah. That's kind of, like I said, I think you have to be in the right state of mind for that stuff. If you're all fucked up and like worried about the wallpaper on the walls, then that's not good. You can't be in the right fucking state of mind to be like, I feel for these victims.
How are you with suppressing emotions?
I suppress them, and then when I'm done suppressing them, they go, right, John? I hold them in, and then when they come out, it's like a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So I would say, like, there's probably a way for you to do it. It's just like there's a lot of, mental, things that you just gotta work through to kind of just like force your way through that, and then that's when you just go away after you cover the Diddy trial. Then you just like take like a
mental. I'm sorry.
I just think politics is another like a Special Olympics type conversation, and I could have 1 million followers. It doesn't really mean anything. So, like, I gave a speech to a college class before I left, and it felt like a little nod from the universe of being like, we can switch our energy and still like take what we've learned and like use it and like build on it, but we don't have to keep doing the same thing. But it's very tempting to do Diddy because you're going to get the views.
Yeah, you're gonna get so many views, like so many.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's what's going on over here.
That's a lot. That's a lot. We're here for you as always. Love.
I know you guys are. You've been in the group text, and I really appreciate it.
I'm terrible in the group text, but I am here for you.
No, usually you're good. You're busy during the day. You catch up during the day.
Yeah.
Did you like my singing video in the group text? Did that make you feel better?
I have that video, I think. Hold on.
Yeah. I sent them a video as I was driving and singing Pat Benatar. I think it was Pat Benatar.
It wasn't bad. I tried to hold on. Do I have it? Yeah, I do.
I think I'm a song angel.
You are a song angel. Baby. Hold on. Look at this face when he's getting ready. I got this.
So baby, take my hand, it'll be alright. Surrender all your dreams to me tonight. They'll come true in the
I felt so good.
I know you did.
I can tell you have a very nice life. You can tell you're living a very independent, very put together, very structured life. I'm very happy for you. I want you to stop letting strangers in your home, because if you're peaking right now, like your life gets better and better every week. It seems like you have your soccer shit that's about to open. You have this, you have that. You're wearing better colors. Like,
it's true.
Your hair looks good. Like, but stop letting fucking strangers in your house, babe.
Especially with backpacks. That's like, you ever hear the Boston bombings? It was at the marathon.
Yeah,
seriously.
They use backpacks.
There were backpacks involved.
But I think it's all about just. Listen, I mean, it wasn't easy. You had to fight to be able to enjoy this stuff. But a little bit of connection. You don't want to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone.
You have the confidence I'll never have, and I'm a confident guy. And that's to say something. Like I can't sing like that. I wouldn't record it, especially, and I probably could sing like that, but I wouldn't record it.
Well, I felt like it was a good time to just be able to share that with you guys. So
it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
So
cops are coming. The cops is coming.
See, it's this time of year where the sirens start blaring through Providence, but at the same time, you do really hear good, really good Spanish music. So
there you go.
You're so cultured, yeah.
That's the upside. I grew up in a place where there was a melting pot of diversity. Just like
I really want you to get the Instagram name of the dude that your mom wants to hook you up with, because I want to decide if you should do it or not. What, John?
To venture forth with that. I like that.
Yeah,
idea.
I kind of want to. I think you should. I think for us, you should go on a date with him. Yeah.
For you guys. Oh, so you're complaining about me using Grindr for content, but now you want me to go on a date with somebody for content.
Fuck you. Don't bring that up. Yeah. 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 Don't fucking mention it, but yeah.
I couldn't date somebody. And I like my sister's friends. Like, they're cool. Like, I like them, but it's just like, I couldn't date somebody that I met through my sister's friend, That would be tough.
What about a soccer player? Aren't there any
What's wrong with your sister's friend? It's not your actual. A soccer player would be sick. If Tommy got a Venezuelan soccer player, his life would be so good.
Dude.
Yeah,
all his favorite things.
Work, play. Two things never come together.
Oh, really?
They never come together.
Strangers with backpacks. A man with money in an apartment.
You don't know that they're going to show up. You don't know that these people are going to show up. And why soccer? Why couldn't it be basketball? Why couldn't it be football? You think all the gay men like soccer?
No, there's definitely, I would say, the same amount of gay men in soccer as basketball or football.
Sure.
Totally. You're being a victim that we're saying soccer, but it's because you're in the soccer field. That's why we're talking about
Yeah,
soccer.
I wouldn't. There's this thing also called shitting where you eat, and I would prefer not to do that either. I like,
Dude,
you know, I date like I would never. Here's the other thing: I would never date anybody in media again. I did that with a past ex, and it was just like, yeah,
do you think it hurts your career?
No, it's just like you never turn off, right? So it's
I
like,
don't like that.
yeah, like, you know, you're always working. You both are always working. It's like, yeah, I'd like to, you know, take the watch off and throw it away.
When Tommy takes his watch off, job's done.
Job's done.
Oh my God, Tommy only fucks with his watch on. You can like hear it clanking. It's like
super. It's like Severance when he puts the watch on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could never engage in sexual relations with a soccer player.
What do you think about this hot gay gentleman? Can I get some?
Glasses are hot. The glasses are hot.
You think?
Yeah.
So one vote hot. One vote hot. I'm going with hot. Bri?
Not too much blue. Too many different.
There is a lot of different
It's
blues.
weird.
The outfit not hot. The glasses though, sunglasses.
Yeah, the sunnies itself are hot.
Sunnies are hot. Sunnies are hot. Let's fix the outfit though, Mayo.
Yeah.
And your face. Fix your face.
Maybe use a little Just for Men. Which, by the way, shame on me for not getting Whitney's fucking hair from Unnamed last week, because I wouldn't be surprised if he dyes his hair. It did look like a dye job.
I like that they brought this up about this guy. I like calling people out for dyeing their hair. I did ask Don the jeweler for Kevin's before KMS started and after KMS started picture.
Unreal. What a fucking picture.
Yeah, I'm going to get it now. Every time I X out of Twitter on my computer, it makes me sign back in.
I don't think there's anything wrong with dyeing your hair. You know, if some people don't want that gray patch there, you know, throw a little.
Gray is awesome. Gray is the coolest thing you could have in your hair.
Yeah, if it works for you, though. Some people are uncomfortable doing it. So if you're uncomfortable doing it, I don't think there's any shame in using Just for Men. What's the difference between that and women using makeup to hide wrinkles?
Sure.
That's fair.
I don't think women are hiding wrinkles with makeup. They're hiding like discoloration, because wrinkles will just cave in and your face looks cakey. So just learn something, Tommy, maybe.
Okay, well, fine. Then, Jesus Christ, like what happened here?
I think it's great. I think he looks much better now.
Wait,
that's
what is this?
After getting shot.
It's the same person?
That's the same person.
So that's
How
before
many years
KMS.
apart?
5.
He looks so much better, Gray, with
He
the
looks
hat
so
on.
much.
He looks better gray. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But he also looks like he aged 30 years.
The soul patch gives a lot of NSYNC vibes. I thought this was a funny comment. Let me guess, you had sex with all of them.
Was that one of my posts?
Yeah, that's your post about NSYNC. People just think because you're gay, it's like, now I just have sex with every man there is.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah, would you have sex with all of NSYNC though?
Not Joey. Lance, probably. Lance in the late 90s.
Okay.
Justin, no, I wouldn't like sleeping with Justin. I don't know the rest of them.
I think it's funny when Justin got a DUI, he told the cop that this is going to ruin the whole tour.
Ruin the whole tour. And then he said, what tour? He was like a Gen Z.
Yeah, the guy didn't even know who he was.
Is he a better actor than he is a singer?
I think he's great in Alpha Dog.
Yeah.
What was that other? I don't even know. He's like a ABC movie back in the day. I watched 1,000 times. Model Behavior. What's it called? Model Behavior.
It might be. Hold on, let me look for you.
Watch this.
Okay, so even better. I don't care. Okay, so I would like for you to apologize because that is derogatory, and second of all,
Is tranny derogatory to you?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course
So,
it's
tranny. Yeah. Tranny. If that's derogatory, then
Did she steal the plant?
Can we watch it again? Can we watch it again now that we know what that's coming?
Okay, so even better.
I don't care.
Okay, so I would like for you to apologize because that is derogatory, and second of all,
Is tranny derogatory to you?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course
So,
the fucking is.
Tranny. Yeah. Tranny. If that's
Who made the caption say derogatory?
Why does it keep saying derogatory?
Yes, I just
It's however it's probably translating it, but the voice switch is
No pun
one of the
intended.
most stunning things I've ever seen. in
That
my
was
life.
crazy. And then
was
stealing
so
the plant.
crazy.
Wow, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was insane.
Can I do that with my voice? Of course it fucking is.
Kind of.
There, yeah,
Crazy.
might be able to drop a couple of.
Has that ever crossed your mind to want to wear dresses and stuff?
No. I'm way too. What we call it in the community is mask. I'm mask. I'm not femme.
I like that. What is your gay community term?
Twunk.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably a little twunk.
You've asked Tommy this 8,000 times. Every single show.
But I feel like it's a fluid thing. That could change at any time.
Right. I stop lifting. I could turn into a twink probably, or I get a little chub. It'd be a chub. A little bear cub.
You look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle these days with your shirt off.
Oh yeah, big back problems.
Yeah.
You look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Is kind of mean.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a compliment, Bri. So I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm full of kindness.
You are, which is why I think this is. Listen, this is just an annoying little couple of days here. We're gonna make through it. We're gonna stay with you. We're gonna support you. You're always welcome up here to Providence if you ever need anything. And hey, we're gonna get back on our feet when we get home. Take some time, and we're gonna get back to doing this because you're not leaving this community. You're not allowed to leave the content community. That's forbidden. Like it would be insane for you to do that.
No, I'm never gonna stop making content. I just think I have to stop covering rape trials.
Yeah, that probably helps.
That's fine. That's fine. That's allowed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Allowed.
Saying that they want you off of their aircraft.
Can I have some water? I thought you guys were gonna bring me some water.
No. So if you do not get off the plane, we are going to deboard the entire plane, and we will pull you off of the plane.
You're gonna pull the. Stay calm.
Sorry,
I'll wait here for the water. I'll just keep coloring.
Okay. Can we deboard the plane, please?
They don't want me on this aircraft.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about it. Because I'm tall, because I'm white, because I'm black. Everyone on this plane, remember, I will be the first U.S. female president in the United States of the...
Here, come over here.
Hey, can we walk and talk?
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you arresting me? Are you serious?
What's right here? No! You're gonna get tased. Get on the fucking ground right now.
Why? I want to call my husband!
It's literally Jake as a woman on an airplane.
I'm just gonna keep coloring.
That's not me. That was a lot. That made me anxious and nervous and all.
I want to know what she did, but I can just assume her personality.
Yeah, what was it? What did she do?
No, it was just a body camera footage that got leaked by that point. So
that was real. That was definitely a real one.
God, imagine it's probably like a morning flight too, where everyone's fucking tired. Like that never just happens on like a 3 p.m. flight.
Yeah, it's insufferable.
If that ever, I've never been on a plane where it had a disturbance. Like I would
never
snap, though, because it's just like planes are annoying to begin with. Not to mention we might crash into a mountain. Like,
What do you mean? Don't say that.
But seriously,
would you
that's
assist?
Always a chance.
Would you assist in an in air apprehension?
As if like, hey, we're gonna fly into the Pentagon.
No, like so some, a little bit less severe. Some guy's like freaking out on a plane. He's having a confrontation with another guy. Would you step in and help the guy that's trying to? No, I got you.
I would record it and bring
John
it here.
would be like, we can't smoke cigarettes on this plane right now. That sucks.
I can tell you can smoke darts in Key West airport. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and you get off on the tarmac. Like you
that I
walk
believe.
onto the air. Yeah, it's crazy.
Small enough.
Great place.
Can we play Justin's breakup story? So I feel bad for Justin. To catch you up, Bri. Justin Trudell, co-executive producer of the Kirk Minahan Show, broke up. His girlfriend broke up with him through text last. What was it? Friday? Montante was in. Yeah, Friday. Yeah. And
20 minutes before a show too.
20 minutes before he's supposed to do a show, she breaks up with him through a text message.
I don't think she takes this network seriously.
Well, I think she knows he has the job, but I don't think she watches. So that's kind of what I took from that.
I said, should we play the video first?
Well,
wait, can I see a picture of Justin?
This is what I'm doing is a setup, and this is
okay. You set it up. I'll get the picture of Justin.
So
I
she
love that
breaks up-
Tommy just explained setup to John. That's so
Well,
fucking
yeah.
patronizing. Go on.
No, I'm always trying to be patronizing. Because it's not going to make sense with the video that he's about to play, because it's from Monday's show. So she breaks up with him. They're dating for like 3 months. First question: text message is wrong, right? We never break up through a text unless it's really toxic.
Or you're just like, I think 3 months is fine to break up with the text.
How
I
long
think
were they
any time
dating?
to break up with the text is
3
fine.
months.
They were dating 3 months.
Yeah.
That they weren't really dating.
That's
Sorry.
the big thing right now is that enough time to even consider that dating? Like is that the barrier?
Would you consider what me and Terrence were after 3 months dating?
This is Justin.
Yeah, that's Justin. Sweet.
He's
so nice.
He's 6'5", probably over 300 pounds. The most loyal person you could ever find. Any girl in the world would be lucky to have
Probably
him.
why she didn't want to dump him to his face, because he's so nice and she knows she was maybe making a decision that was not based on someone's heart.
She's older than him, and I think she said she wanted to start the family and the kids thing.
Yeah.
She's 35. He is 20-something.
Oh my God. Okay. We don't have to be upset about this.
Oh.
So, but I feel bad that he got broken up through text message, because he's, I could see him going above and beyond. Like, because me and Justin, I could see us being very similar. We both long for that second person to be there for us, I think. So I think he wants to be in a relationship. He's a huge Taylor Swiftie. Taylor Swift, I'm Bon Jovi, the kind of same thing. And, I think he longs for that personal connection. So
I think out of
you see
all
the
of
text?
us, for you, the person who is out there having ravenous gay sex, to call yourself the codependent one in this relationship is crazy.
Well, I'm having somebody over here, right? But they might be a short thing, but it fills the need for at least 30 minutes or an hour,
That's so disgusting. I can't.
Why?
It's just like strangers in your auric field.
What's an auric field?
Like your energy field,
Okay.
It's like a very college thing to not know better. Like you're old enough now to know about the repercussions of having people you don't know in your home, in your body, in your space, keeping you on edge. Like, is the suspense of whether or not you're going to get murdered, like, is that something that does something for you? Like, it's. I want to see the text from this girl though.
Oh yeah.
So if anyone has the text. Is that the video?
She wants
yeah.
money for your service of hang up the curtains, or you paid for the curtains?
I paid for the curtains. And she
at her
wants
apartment?
Yes.
Here's $50 for hanging up the curtains.
How much do the curtains cost?
They're like $100.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Did you say yes
That's
to
an
that?
adult, by
First
the
of all, there's no way a human being is then going to say yes when she asks you that. Like, yeah, bill me the. You're a unique person. Did you say yes? Bill me the money for the curtains.
She said she wants to pay for it. I said sure, and then I sent her my
Oh.
memo.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like it would. She wants
like
to pay
that.
for
She
it.
wants some sort of closure.
Yeah, she doesn't want to look and see.
That's
like,
almost like when Dave offered me the money after the mini golf, though. It's like I just put you on your ass and
Yeah,
take
don't
some
love it.
money, boy.
Don't love it.
I would have let her pay me.
$100. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have
he
$100
still
in your
he
pocket.
still bought them and
That's
installed
very
them.
nice. How about the installation cost?
He's such a sweetie pie.
I know.
He really is such a sweetie pie.
Buys her $100 curtains. She's a 35-year-old grown woman, and this sweet boy is buying her curtains. You might not have kids at the moment, but that's a guy that you marry. That's a guy that you keep around.
Justin. If he was gay, that would be a great pickup for you, Tom.
Justin seems like a really sweet guy that has a really perfect, wonderful person walking towards him in just a matter of time, and who will appreciate the curtains, the sunshine, the birds, the carpets, the walls, the everything.
He's a
I think
romantic.
it's okay. What?
He's a romantic.
God forbid you don't interrupt. Just God, I would hate for that to happen.
He was on a roll.
Because you know what?
He's right.
Probably never gets a chance to talk.
I saw. Fair enough. Fair enough. But
Anyways.
yes, I do think that I have a friend. His name is Mike Stiltonpool. He had a girl break his heart, and he's one of these kind of guys who deserves the world. And it's like, and then this beautiful soul, sunshine appreciator walked into his life, and now they're the happiest couple in the world. Like, I know Carm is jealous of them. Like, she wishes we were more like them. And
Why? What
that
does
makes
Carm?
me happy.
What does Carm think you do wrong? What is your feedback?
I
from
don't
Carm?
know. I don't think anything.
I can't imagine she had anything to say. You're perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's some, but maybe I'm just a dirtbag. Other
don't
than
know.
that.
Okay.
It's hard to have a perfect relationship. Nobody has like the rom-com relationship. That's why Cullinane's idea was so stupid about what I think he said, talk about breaking up with her in a park, or is she breaking up with him in a
Oh
park?
no, to go out to dinner to break up is insane.
That's nuts. That's
It's
then
an
you have to
insane-
sit
like,
there
you're
through the
asking,
dinner.
you're asking for a scene. Like, you're putting like, you shouldn't do it in public. You're making a scene. That's the most
Do you do it during
selfish-
dessert? Do you do it during appetizers? Like what? How are you timing this whole thing?
Well,
you
if it's
know?
dinner, you're probably doing it at dessert, right?
Yeah, but if you did that, then you mean you sat here acting like my boyfriend the whole time, knowing you were gonna do that?
Well, that's what my friend did to me the other night. He waited till dessert to be like, "Who'd you vote for?" And I was like, "You just want me out of your house so you can fuck everyone. Like, you don't actually care who I voted for. You're getting anxious because you can't have random dudes over while I'm in town."
Now we're just assuming that homosexuals all they do is just have sex all day.
I'm gonna say something that's I shouldn't say. Today I had to go back to his house one more time while he was at work to get a brand sent me some collaboration stuff, and I went into his living room. And on his coffee table, it looked like someone took every single tissue out of the tissue box and put it on the coffee table, and I was like, "Ew."
Ew. I would imagine there was some action that took place there.
Yeah,
some
exactly.
bodily fluids that were left on that table.
Or they were doing art, which is even worse.
John goes,
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, if I ever like do anything, it makes a little bit of a mess. I'm mopping immediately after.
Tommy breaks out the mop. Just complete sanitization, like a Chernobyl employee.
Oh my God. This is why all these millennials and Gen Z have colon cancer, you know?
Have you guys seen season 1 of White Lotus?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that Sydney Sweeney and her friend are the best version, like best representation of like kids that age ever done?
I don't know because I'm not that generation, but I mean, Sydney Sweeney is pretty successful, so it seems like she's striking a chord, but she has the biggest tits and the most gorgeous face, so she could act like anything and no one would even notice.
That's true.
We grew up in a very sexually charged environment since the 90s. I mean, it carried over from the 80s.
Woodstock 99, perfect example.
So, I mean, like, I don't know what had happened at Woodstock 99. It was just one.
God,
it was very rapey. It was very rapey.
They didn't. The prices were really going up in 1999. I don't know if you recall. It was like $6 for a bottle of water at Woodstock, and people were rioting, and they're like, "This is not what Woodstock's about." And it was like they'll never Woodstock again.
Yeah, and then they rioted and burnt the whole place down. It's a documentary on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, watch it literally tonight. It's awesome.
So when I drove through Woodstock, Pennsylvania, that's all gone.
It's New York, but yes.
It's
okay.
New
So
York.
that's how much I know.
It's upstate New York.
And it's not all gone. It's preserved land, but they're probably not going to have another festival there.
And they didn't do it at where Woodstock originally was. They did it at an Air Force base. It was just a giant tarmac. So it was just all black pavement. No, they didn't let them bring water in. They charged them $8 for a water. Like, they didn't take care of the bathroom. It was bad.
But the Woodstock Museum, where the original one was, is so cute. There is no way to get a hold of people, and they have like paper plates that people wrote in lipstick, like, "Hey John, it's Bri, call me. We're gonna leave on Sunday," and it's like just the fucking cutest.
Everything was the original Woodstock is so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Wholesome. Yeah,
it is. Everyone was so kind. It will never happen again, especially in this dirty scrap of a country.
Well, the new Woodstock for our generation is Coachella, right?
You think that's comparable to Woodstock? That's a bunch of LA.
That's the closest thing that we're gonna get right now.
They have glamping.
In the 60s.
Yeah, no, they have glamping, they have Airbnbs, they have camping, they have like all these different tiers of humanity in Coachella based on how rich you are. Woodstock was everyone was the same.
Yeah, poor.
Yeah,
They gave
I
like
guess-
cheese sandwiches, and they didn't get fire fested.
And they didn't know how busy it was going to be, and the all the highways were backed up because they were like, "What's this music festival thing? What a good idea!" The first time something happens, it's the best. That's why people like who Seth Rogen. Someone asked him a question recently. He goes, "I wish I could write as good as I did my first movie before I was famous. Everything after that's not as fun. After
Yeah.
you get it right the first time, it's not as fun after that."
That's because I think your perspective and shit, though. Like once you become this, especially Seth Rogen, like he's a perfect example. Like you just lose complete touch of reality.
Yeah, and you're always just
LA
chasing-
does that to you, though. Like everyone in LA, even if you're not a celebrity, kind of has lost touch with reality.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
the poor people. Those they have it kind of worse than anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Hollywood sucks.
Yeah, it's the worst state in the world. They should really cut it off.
Although I did hear Sinners was a great movie, so I'm actually may go out of my way to see that.
Oh, there you go. I want to watch Conclave now that the Pope died.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. So that's going to be a lot of what?
Like picking a pope?
Yeah, that's going to be like 2 weeks of the news cycle right there.
What are gays into these days? The Pope?
Well, obviously they love Catholicism and popes. And someone was in my DMs yesterday being like, you need to research the origins of confession in the Catholic religion and how it was really just a way for gay men to get it off their chest when they did gay shit instead of just like being themselves.
I mean, gay people invaded the Catholic Church very early on in its age. So you could be proud of that. I mean, they were at one time one of the most powerful empires on earth. Why did you call us paisans just because we said Happy Easter, Bri?
Well, I'm Italian, and I was with my Italian family when you texted Happy Easter, and it was a very
it is very paisan.
And I just and like John, you probably don't even know when my birthday is, but you will remember every Catholic holiday. And not that I'm a Catholic figure, but like, you know, you don't ever text, but you'll text for one of the most Italian days of the year, which is so perfect.
Hugo Brosetti.
Hugo Brosetti.
But it's also I'm not Italian. Where'd you get the idea that I was Italian?
You kind of look
vibe.
Yeah.
You are an Italian vibe as hell. You're Italian vibe as hell.
We saw your parents' basement. It was really giving Italian basement.
Well, that's not what I grew up in. That was they bought a house because that says Italian.
No, we just want to make fun of you for that. That was brutal.
Plus, I have horrible skin. Like John has nice skin. Huh.
That's because I'm naturally oil. Like we produce olive oil on our skin.
Do we?
Well, I'm certain some type of oil.
Are you Sicilian, Bri?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay,
Same.
that explains the attitude.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. It really does. I thought this was really funny. Look at the little Trumps growing.
Aw, it's a little adorable.
So good.
Little Trumpies growing out of the ground, which is really what the MAGA movement is, just little Trumpies.
Yeah. I can't believe he got kicked out of that apartment for something that came from this earth.
And you know one more thing about
That was incredible. That was incredible.
So bad.
He glitches and he starts running once he sees her.
Dude, he has eyes in the back of his head. Dude, that big notice that. Like that was a good video. That was a good video.
Thank you.
What were you gonna say, Bri?
No, I was gonna talk shit, and I was so glad that you played, so I didn't say it.
No, talk your shit. We got time.
I don't think I have any other videos, anyways.
No, I tried to find. Once you called me out for getting duped last week by the Elon Tesla video, I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to do a better job at finding better videos.
Change your algorithm. Are you gonna go on Spaces after this, Tommy?
No, I'm doing work. I'm gonna watch wrestling, eat dinner, finally to go do the 3-hour Spaces.
How was wrestling? How was WrestleMania?
I'm disappointed, and I'm not. You know, I'm not, it was 98% of the shows were unbelievable. They get to the main event, which is all anybody really cares about at the end of the day, because it involves The Rock, it involves Travis Scott, Cody Rhodes, John Cena. They build up this whole big thing, and they just fumbled it miserably.
Really?
Yeah. So The Rock was supposed to have a big part in it. He just decided, you know what, you guys don't need me anymore. And yeah, just left them hanging and just left us with something that makes zero sense. So
Yeah.
I blame The Rock, which is hard for me to do because
I blame
The
The Rock,
Rock's
too.
my hero. So,
No.
you know,
He's your hero? I hated The Rock growing up. When I liked wrestling, I hated The Rock.
The Rock. Well, that's when I really like Stone Cold was, got hit by a car by the time I watched it.
Oh,
And
see, I was a big like early Stone Cold guy, early like Kane versus Undertaker type shit.
yeah, Undertaker and Kane scared me when I was a little bit.
Makes sense.
But The Rock was like my hero. I'm like, he's gonna fight these bad guys, and so it really hurts me to say that The Rock fucked up this year's.
No, I'm still on the computer with my friends. I can't talk right now, but I love you so much. Okay, good night.
I love you, Nona.
It's so beautiful.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself, you guys. This is the last you're ever gonna see of me. Fuck my life. What have I done? What did I do in my life to deserve this past week? I was trying to be a good fucking person and be a good stepmom and be a good second wife and get the fuck out and mind my own fucking business. And now I'm stuck in this house where I'm not allowed to wash my hair because I'm going to clog all of her pipes. And my hair's fucking greasy. And I haven't smoked weed in days. And I want to go home to my boyfriend and my cat. And when I get back to Florida, I'm never fucking leaving the house again for anything. Thank you.
Freddie do. That was really good.
That was a little sweet though that she came to say goodnight, right? You know, that's nice.
I can't believe she's still trying to protect those pipes. All right, you guys have anything else? I don't.
No. We're back next week. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. That's about it. Bri, I believe in you. Seriously, I believe in you.
I believe in you too.
I believe in you.
Bri's a bitch.
Bri's a bitch. Fucker.
Okay.